Hello! Going to update you on the Casinglas food forest project. Still say it's a project because very little food at the moment. But I've made some big changes here, which you haven't seen because it's over 2 years since I last did an update, and I've changed things around as experience has grown and sort of taken my time to study what other people are doing, really. And as much as anything, we had a really long dry season 2003, and again in 2004, as in like 5 months of no rain, and so things just didn't grow basically. But this last year, 2025, the rain sort of kicked in a little bit in September. We had good rains in October, November, which is the way it kind of used to be. December, the dry sea, there's a little dry spell. It's about 3 weeks, that's normal. And then January, February, well, so far January's been good. We've had about 400 millimeters of rain, and things are different. So yeah, I just want to just go over what I've shown before, changes that have been made, and yeah, fill you in. The obvious big difference is we've got this grass here. This is what they call Cuba grass here. I think it's called king grass in other places. It's there to provide shade, and then I chop it down to make mulch, which I'm about to do now. And yeah, I need to keep my eye on it because it will spread out. I'm okay here, but in the other section where I'm not looking after it, it is getting a bit out of control. But it seems to be doing the job. It's providing the shade, and yeah, plenty of organic material. This is going to be the third time I've chopped it. So I've got lines of this grass either side of 2 rows of these lima trees that were here, and there in the back is some Mexican sunflower that I was able to pick up a couple of years ago. I've harvested this one, what, 3 times now, twice I think. I'm about to get some more out of this. It's doing well. That was from a roadside scavenge. This is one that the bees like. Don't know what it is. Nice bit of shade. This is one of the banana trees. They're still not doing very well at all. I don't know. They came from a place that's about 600 meters lower than here, so maybe they're just not ideally placed. This is a Nispero by the looks of it, and an alder here. I'll come back and tell you more about the alders soon. Castor oil plant, just salvaged it by the road. I've got quite a few of these in. So I've still got a bit of a grass problem, but the shade that's provided by the Cuba grass, I'm getting less of it. I've got these trees. I'm just some sort of pea tree. I'm just letting them grow. I've been planting all sorts of things, anything I can find from the forest at the other side of the way. See if it'll grow, provide a bit of shade. See what I've got in here. This plant came from just across the river. Not sure what it is. It looks like an achira. This is a bean tree steak. Doing really well now. Had about 30 of them. Maybe 10 of them have survived. This is another tree which I found on the path above. The university doesn't know what it is, but I've seen another example. It's about 3 meters tall, but doesn't make a crown as such. It just sort of makes like a lollipop top, I suppose. This is a lucuma, chirimoya. This is an avocado that just didn't make it. Another bean tree there, more older. These stakes from another plant that I up on the road. Is a nice looking plant. Obviously doesn't work, so I need to keep my eye on it for seed. Is that like another chirimoya there? So I was actually, my intention was actually to put in some eucalyptus, which I'd seen on the Byron Grows videos. I think it's based down in Coromandel, New Zealand somewhere. Similar environment, as far as I can tell, to here. I think their soil must be better than this soil. We don't get the frosts like they do. But yeah, I couldn't get hold of any eucalyptus. Unbelievable, because they'd been nuts about eucalyptus here for years and years, and then I couldn't get any. Some ways it's a good way, because, you know, mainly they're just planted all over the place. So I've put alders in. Now the alders came from a road project. They're just going to get squashed. So I went out with my daughter and we got like 120 alders. Just really wet ground, just pulled them up, got the root and brought them down. You know, they're just going to get thrown off the side of the road as they dug in, so that was good. And then I got some more alders from the university because they were changing the place where they're going to have the nursery. So I got about another 120 alders that way, maybe more. And I planted some down here and some up the mountain as well. So the one from the university, the white alder, and the one from the road, red alder, which might be a little bit too low here, but they seem to be doing okay so far. Here's another scavenged plant. This is a granadilla. Just found it in the forest opposite across the river. Yanked it out and it's doing well, going up against this chirimoya. So, that's nice. Love granadillas. This section here is just another experiment basically. 2 by 4, 8 square meters, maybe a little bit more. What they call it, a miyayaki system. So I've just put loads of different seeds and stuff in there, avocados, chirimoyas, other names I can't think of what they are in English. And yeah, I just planted some pumpkins around the side as well, and courgettes. See if it happens, see if it works. Yeah, more trees the better, that's all I'm after. This area is sort of so overgrown. I mean, I've basically abandoned all this, just let it go wild, and I'm getting some nice other little trees coming through, so quite happy about it. So I bring down my compost scraps, put it in a bucket and bring it down. Friends of mine also give me a bucket, once a week or so. I don't have good compost management yet, I've got to think about this. So I'm just putting in a hole. It turns into compost. I can get some nice animals there. So on the camera traps I've picked up mice, rabbit, opossum, skunk and choska, which are just beautiful animals, like big guinea pigs. Yeah, that makes me happy. Keeping some animals happy. Probably love if I actually get some food in the forest, then they'll probably like that as well, won't they? More the merrier. So this is my sort of nursery area. They're not air beds. I had fruit boxes, made a hole in the bottom and put a stone there. So it's got a low point so it can drain out. Yeah, it seems to be having a certain amount of success. This is air potato, and that needs to go out actually. These are citrus, they've been there ages. Lucuma, avocado, all from pips, all freebies. There's more of this pea tree. I've tried some things that haven't worked. So it's just an experiment. Freebie trees. Plenty of river sand around here, and yeah, it seems to work a treat that. And a bit easy in doing the air beds. No, they probably won't last as long, but they're doing okay. Can't complain. So I'm just coming up the mountain towards where the swales are, and I just wanted to mention I have put a few pine trees in. Obviously they're not native. Quite a few years ago there was a fire out to the north of Chachapoyas, and the cones must have exploded, got the seeds going. So there's thousands and thousands of little pine tree saplings beneath the adult pines, and so I've pulled a few out, brought them up here, maybe 120 or something. Not really closely packed. Yeah, more to indicate where I'm putting the trails in, and one area which, you know, a little forest, but I've put them at 4 meters apart, basically. You know, a rough 4 meters apart. Thinking about that's where I can have my hammock in the future. So I'll have a hammock forest up there. So I've just come to where the swales are. Just a mass of grass, and I cleaned them back. Oh, back in October, I think it was. And yeah, but they're working. And so I brought up some Mexican sunflower and planted a few alders as well. And so, you know, even though I've abandoned them for 2 years now, maybe they'll start being useful again, or start being useful, because I haven't been useful yet. It was a lot of work, a lot of fun digging. Up there's the higher section, where out of the 300 alders that I planted 2 years ago, I eventually found 2 that had survived the 2 very, very dry seasons. So yeah, that's why I decided, well, give it another shot. So yeah, there's planted another 120 up there this year, and you know, it seems to be coming back, that forest. There's some nice animals that are recorded up there, particularly in my neighbour's property, because he has the stream. So deer, tyra, which is like a badger, the chosker, this large sort of guinea pig, gets up there. What else? Oh, oncia or oncilla, wildcat, absolutely gorgeous. God, did that make my week? Probably made my year just to see that knowing that I've got wildcat up there. That's it. That's the update. Probably be another year, unless something suddenly explodes into life here. But it's a longer process than I thought, and it's been a learning process. That's still going on and still trying things out. See you on a food forest update at some point in the future. Maybe next year, maybe 2 years, we'll see. Take care, bye.